and welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. And if this is your first visit, well, I hope you'll come back and see me and the kitty cats very soon. Yes, there are 9 of them, all inside, all fixed, no worries there. And this little tiny one is over a year old, believe it or not. Okay, she and her sister's even smaller. That's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. I'm not here to talk about the cats, but you know, they work their way into the conversation. I am here to share with you another Temu order. I've already taken it out of the bag and I'll tell you why. This order was brought during a really bad thunderstorm, and Temu bags have little holes in them, I would assume for air circulation and things like that. And plus they end up opened by customs and things like that. Well, my big bag ended up with that much water in it. Kid you not, that much water in it. All of my things were in water, including the stickers and everything, my washi tape. Yeah, and I don't even think that's all in here, is it? Where did I put them? Well, I hope I have everything here. I may not have the stickers and the washi tape right here because, like I said, I had to unpack everything and everything was wet. Where did I put the washi tape? It wasn't very good. It was in bad shape. It wasn't very sticky anymore because, yeah, it was wet. So I must have left it in the other room. Anyways, let's just dive into the items. Luckily, this somehow miraculously ended up on top of bigger items. So though it was wet, it was not soaking wet. It was sealed in this plastic, which I had to rip open to check. And what it is a trim. Look at this, guys. Isn't that pretty? Let me get closer so you can really appreciate it. Ugh. Get it turned around the right way. Well, I guess it's the same on either side. But look at that. I'm going to put that on the side of a journal. Probably even create this book or wreck this journal. Or maybe I'll live dangerously and put it on both since there's enough. Plus, probably my cat journal that I'm never probably ever going to get finished. But there is at least 1, 2... I'd say at least 3 yards because my arm reaches a little less than a yard. I'd say there's 3 yards here. And it was $2 and something, I believe. And it's really pretty. It's, yeah, it's just really pretty. I think it's prettier in person than what it looks even in the video. That's going to be fun. Well, just for instance, here's my Rectus journal. Can you imagine taking it and putting it on one of the pages? I don't know, just a random page. And once you have the artwork done on that page, can you imagine just popping that along the edge there? Wouldn't take very much. And gluing it in, and voila. Wouldn't that be pretty? Yes, it would. You could even go all the way around if you wanted. You know, the 3 sides. I am gonna, yeah, I'm going to probably use it on both it and my create this book. You can tell I've been working on them. That's why also you will not be directed down to my desk. I have art supplies. It looks like an art store vomited on my desk. I can't help it. I have to play. It's very much fun to do that. All right, next item. I must have wanted this very badly because I ordered the exact same one in the exact same color twice. Sometimes with Temu, it happens, and I don't know why, that I will order something and the very next order, it'll be on that order as well. It's like ordering it didn't take it out of the cart. So when I order the next batch of things, it's in there again, which is what seems to have happened with this. Sometimes I end up with 2 in one order, and I know what happens there is that you click it, and sometimes my hands, I have a little bit of a hand trimmer, and sometimes I'll hit it twice, and so it'll add it twice, and I don't notice when I go through that one of them says quantity 2, you know? And I understand that I do that, but for some reason, it's not automatically taking every item I buy out of the cart as I buy them, and that's a little annoying. So I have 2 of these. I will give one to my sister because I'm sure she can use it. It's a corner rounder. Let's take it out and see how this one works. The other one is around here somewhere. I did get it, but I didn't take it out of the packaging. I don't know where I put it. I'll find it. I'll give it to her. And this got so wet, now the packaging's wanting to stick together. Let's hope it didn't, like, nope, it didn't rust the parts. All right, okay. Just use a wrinkly piece of paper out of here. Oh, the problem with that is that the corner is round already. Well, that's not helpful. Aha. This Post-it note has a square corner. All right, so you, depending on which rounded corner you want, there's 3 different options. I don't know how well you can see it because it's being washed out by my lights. You put it in either the left side, the right side, or the bottom. I'm going to go for the more rounded corner. It's squared at the moment. I'm going to put it in the more rounded corner. Really? That didn't work. All it did was bent the paper. All it's doing is bending the paper. It's bending the corners of the paper. Let me try a different corner punch and see if, or corner rounder. See if a different one. That one seems to have cut off the corner. The next, I don't know, not very well. I'm thinking skip this. Turn it around. Maybe if I turn it around. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to give it a real chance here. Kind of chewed the corners off, kind of. But the biggest one didn't work. I'm going to try a thicker paper. I'm going to bend this in half to make it a little sturdier and see if that makes a difference. If maybe that thinner weight paper is just not wanting to. Kind of. So if it's really thin, like computer weight paper, it may not, let's do the biggest one. Again, the one that didn't work at all. Yeah, see, it is working better if you have it bent over and doubled. I'll do the last one again. That did a lot of nothing. Try it on this corner. I might not have had it in all the way. That's just a very small, like barely taking the tip off. The smallest one, it kind of just cut the tip off and not even like in a good shape. Whereas the bigger rounded shape makes a nice rounded corner, and the small and the medium sized one makes a nice rounded corner, whereas the smallest one sort of just makes a wonky diagonal cut there. Oh, 1 second. Come here, baby. Do you want up here? Come here, Bugatti. Bugatti, come here. Boo kitty. Boo. Oh, you're smelling something now? Do you want up here? That cat lady box already has the catnip out of it. I know it still smells like catnip, but there's no toy in it. I'm so sorry. Guys, this is an alright corner rounder. This, see the packaging? It's alright. There are better ones. If you want one that's really cheap and you're doing mostly cardstock or heavier weight paper, scrapbook paper, not real thin paper, the two larger ones work really well. This one doesn't seem to, the really small one doesn't work very well at all, in my opinion. Here's what it looks like underneath, to give you an idea of what you're working with. I would skip it, but I've got it, so, and I didn't skip it, I got it twice. So anyhow, let's get that out of the way. The next item, also for my paper crafting, which I still do on occasion, I got what I thought was a large scoreboard, but is instead a card size scoreboard, which is fine. But I have the small score pal, or whatever it's called, that's in a zipper pouch, but that's okay. I don't always like to take it somewhere for fear I could lose it or leave it, and because I had to replace it already before. Here's what the packaging looked like, and here shows you can make an envelope and things like that. I'm sure it has the, yeah, it has like instructions on it. I'll just set that aside. I'm not going to make an envelope right now, but I like it. But guys, it has, I don't need to really have that aside because it's got size measurements and things to make your envelope right here. And it's got a line to make like your diagonal lines, coolies. And I like that your, I like that the scoring tool, the folder is knife shaped. That's pretty cool. It slides in and out of this little part here with this hole. It actually goes on and you slide it forward and it holds it on, so it's on there, and then you slide it the other way and it's off. And it's a more natural, in my opinion, kind of shape. It's got these sort of finger grips and grooves where your finger naturally sets. The other piece of paper that I tore out, we will score that. Does it have measurements? It does. They're just hard to see. I'll probably mark common ones like an inch, you know, things like that, 1/2 inch. But I just scored it. I should have done it where you could see me. I was trying to see. Just in the groove that you need and on down the paper, and it's scored. And real easy to fold then. Ta-da! You get a nice crisp fold, and then if you use your folder, you know, kind of like a butter knife, you can crisp that line up really good. So there's the 2 fold lines I made. I like this a lot. I like that it has a little, there's a little hole here, and you could put like a binder ring through this and attach it to, say, the inside of a binder or something, that if you, like one of the ones that has the zipper all the way around, and take some card making supplies on the go. It's also good to fan yourself. And you could clip this in there so it doesn't fall out when you unzip and things. That would be pretty cool. It has some shapes on the back that you can use to kind of maybe do a rubbing or etching kind of deal. See the, I don't know if you can see the shapes. I won't. Actually, I will use them for the purpose of, in my book, you're supposed to do a rubbing, and I'll use it for that because I don't know what else I'd use it for. Yeah. This is, I think that they're thinking this is primarily used for making envelopes, but obviously you can also use it to fold your card, and do those fancy, different fancy folded cards as well, and because it's a perfect size and perfect for on the go. Not as good for 12 by 12 paper, but we probably don't have as much use for scoring a 12 by 12 sheet as we do for a card, you know, size. What is it? I don't know the sizes, guys. I should. I don't. All right, next item. I have ordered this twice now, and on purpose. This is a clippy for holding like your journal, like your art journal open. So, say I'm working in my Create This book, and I need the Create a Pet page, which I do need. I have actually done it on a separate piece of paper, but I got to do the glue it in. Clip it and it holds your book open. Cool, huh? So, or if you have one on both sides, then it holds the pages, and the weight of it kind of holds it flat. Some people use 2 clippies, some people use 1 clippy. I wanted to be able to do it with 1 clippy. So, and it holds it nice and flat for doing your work. And then you just have to, if you're doing the background, you know, paint under it. Love it. I will order probably a couple more of them, so I have them in my different bags and things like that, so I don't have to take the, you know, my only one and lose it. There's that. All right, next item. I had to take things out of boxes that were soaking wet and falling apart and everything. Here is the instructions for this item, right? This item. Excuse me. Or is it for this item? I think it's for this item. All right. So what this is, if I can open it up. It's all taped shut. Can I rip the... Hopefully there's no damage to it, because I took it out and just left it wrapped up because there's a lot of pieces and I didn't want to lose any pieces and parts. And I was hopeful that it would just dry and be fine. And I have a cat right in front of me, so I can't just sit it down. It comes with the screwdriver and the screws. Don't knock that down. And all the pieces. It is a marker holder. Sorry, baby. Sorry. Sorry. Lots of pieces. So if you hold on a minute, I will do this and be back with you, because it's got a lot of pieces and they are a little wiggly wobbly right now, but they'll be fine once they're all put together. All right, I will be back with you as soon as I do that. I should show you in the video, you know, how easy it is to assemble it. I'll just kind of tell you because I have a cat in front of me and that's going to make it really difficult. And she smacked me. Don't smack your mommy. That's not nice to smack your mommy. Mau-Maus aren't supposed to do that. She says, huh. Mau-Mau does what she wants. Be right back. Alright, I am back. And guys, this is cool. It was very easy to assemble. It has 6 screws. One here, one here, and one here, top and bottom. So 6. Everything else just slides in. Now it's tight, so I mean they're not going to just slide back out. I had to take a towel and cover it, and that way I didn't, you know, dent it up, and hammer pieces in, because they are a snug fit, which is good. You don't want it to fall apart. Some that was still sticking out a little bit. Look at that. It holds, I guess it holds 120 markers. I I didn't think it held that many. Had to do the math twice. So, for instance, these, which I not ever used, they're from Miss A. They're like $1 a piece, or were. See? Ta-da! And fill it up. I have a lot of those, but I don't want those in there because I have other markers I want to put in there. Possibly my Poscas. I have a lot of Poscas. I may have too many Poscas to fit in here. Because I used to own a scrapbook store, brick and mortar store. I have a lot of Poscas. We used them for classes, and I used them myself, and yeah. So there's probably a lot of them that are dry. Wow! Sorry. Cat wanted up here. So anyways, I'm going to sit this down here out of the way because I have to clean my table off before I can put these things out. The next thing that I got, a MEEDEN, M-E-E-D-E-N porcelain mixing tray. I have one that is the baker's tray, the metal, but I wanted more than one because I'm like working on something and I've got colors mixed and I don't want to, you know, clean it off yet. And, you know, you gotta have more than one. So let's get this out. This box was really, really shaken with. It's like soft and everything because of it. But it doesn't matter. We're not going to keep the box. It is 10 by 6.3 by 0.86 inches. And weighs 1.27 pounds. And MEEDEN, M-E-E-D-E-N, is for art, it says. So apparently they have like a lot of supplies, or they wouldn't have, their slogan wouldn't be MEEDEN is for art. Sorry for that noise. Very nice. And you know what? If you didn't want to do your paint on it, it'd be a nice serving tray. You know, little plate. Just saying. I'd like to have, you know, a set of these to eat off of. Because, you know, a little different. But also, it doesn't look small. But you would not be able to put real big portions on there. You know, and keep your food separated. Yes? No? Maybe? Alright. But it's going to be for paint. So, I don't think I'll want to eat off of it. He's going to have paint on it. Okay. I got another thing to build, which Bugatti is sitting on. But, let's see, what is this? Here are some stickers that I had to take out of the packaging because I had to lay them out to dry. I hope they will stick. This one says, please do not annoy the writer. She may put you in a book and kill you. These are for writers, and you know, you may not know, but I'm a writer. I've got 3 books on Amazon. Writer, What's Your Story? Pay no attention to my browsing history. I'm a writer. Sorry, buddy, you can't knock stuff down. That's my ooh-hoo-hoo markers. I was using those a minute ago. I'd rather be writing, and it's got like a vase of flowers and a looks like an open journal or whatever. This has got like a pen and a quill and a book and letters like floating. So all different kind of, you know, writerly kind of work before glory. And you got to write it before you can, you know, anybody can read it. Careful or you'll end up in my novel. So, this one says work in progress. I like this. And I do a lot of my writing in notebooks. Because I find, I don't know, it flows better for some reason. When I'm typing, I'm too picky, you know, I'm too worried about, did I capitalize? Did I put a proper comma or period? Or did I spell it right? Did I hit the wrong key? and then I'm editing. When you're writing it down in the notebook, to edit you got to erase or scribble out, which I do that too. But I just find that the work keeps flowing, the words keep coming out, because I'm not as worried about the technical end of the typing and all of that, you know. But then I have to type it out and do all that technical stuff afterwards. But you know, that's a caffeinated writer is a happy writer. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, so we don't want to look at all these, but suffice it to say, there's lots of them. And yeah. Oh, I like this one. It's got all different styles of pens, like fountain pens, and I like that one. I like them all, but go away, I'm writing. I need that. All right. So hopefully they'll still stick. If not, I guess I can glue them on, because they were so soaked. Like I said, I had to throw the packaging away, and then I had to lay them all out to let them dry. And they didn't separate from the backing paper, but that doesn't mean that they're going to come off the backing paper properly, or that they are going to stick properly, because they were, the package, just water was just streaming out of it. Not just dripping, streaming. These stickers, I don't know if they're going to work. You can always edit a bad page. You can't edit a blank page. That's going to go on my laptop if it sticks, but I don't know if it will. And this, I mean, you can tell by how like wrinkly and things, how wet they were. This one says, emotionally attached to fictional characters. That is so true, especially the Harry Potter series. So there are those. I have another corner rounder punch in this bag. If I can get it out. But it's not a, you know, it doesn't have 3 options. It's just one old plain, you know. But it has the plastic thing where it holds the piece instead of just falling on the floor. Let's try this, because I don't need this anymore. Let's put this in there and punch it. Oh, this one works much better. Oh, yes. It doesn't give you the option for a better rounded corner, you know what I mean? Like a bigger round, not better, bigger rounded corner, but for just a basic rounded corner, it works better. I'm going to try this one on this type paper, just because, with that big corner, the one I like. See, it wants to still, see it? It doesn't want to cut all the way off. Not that you couldn't pick that off, but I'm just saying it's not wanting to. Anyways, this one not as good as the other one. But you got 3 options. 2 that work a little bit and 1 that doesn't want to work at all. And, oh, I got a little screwdriver I get to keep from putting that marker stand together. I'm going to get that out of the way before Mau Mau decides it's hers. Fuzz on my tongue, probably from Mau Mau. All right, this is out of its packaging because in the packaging kind of stuck to the plastic. It is a silicone, you know, stamp that says postcard, so that I can like do a watercolor painting and then stamp the back of it with this and mail it. I would probably still mail it in a envelope, because, you know, if you're going to spend the time on the watercolor painting, you probably don't want it to get dirty through the mail, but I thought it was neat. So you put it on a stamp block, and, you know, most people know about those now. Another thing, yes, I'm getting them out of something, because, like I said, I had to dry everything, so I had to be able to carry it loosely. So I put it in something that I also need to show you. This is a package of colorless blenders. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think 26. If I'm counting right, there's 26. Yep, 26 colorless blenders. I got this one out and I sharpened it, so we can see how well it works. I'm going to use this scrap of paper and I'm gonna use that in a minute in my book. I'm just going to try it on here and see. I bought some previously and I don't know if this is the same or if it works as well. I need something flat. Take my glasses off so I can see if it's working. Yeah, it's working. It's working. They work. And they're not terribly expensive. They will be in the description. I'll link to them because definitely cheaper than buying Prismacolor ones. And so I'll show you. The bottom half of this is not blended, and I did it on a cardboard box with stripey. The top half of it, I went over with the colorless blender. You can see a difference. I didn't like try to blend out those lines. I just checked it out, and it does work. I got, it may be the same brand, I don't know. Is it? No. Color, it was the brand I had before, C-A-L-O-U-R, and it works really well. And it came with like, I don't know, 4 or 5 colorless blenders, and then it came with, also from Temu, and it came with a colorless burnisher also, just one. But this came with all these colorless blenders and was like close to the same price. And I'm like, that's a no-brainer. Get the big package. And I think I have another one of these coming, and I hadn't even tried it because I like the other one so well. But yeah, it works. I'd say it works equally well to the Color brand, and I'm using it with my Arteza, however you say it. These folks, colored pencils. Love their colored pencils, and I would recommend them to anyone. Love them. So anyways, back to what we were doing. So that's everything in the thing I was opening and closing. This is for holding art supplies, obviously, or your cosmetics or whatever. So these 3 are stuck together. Acrylic thing with drawers. I like about them that they are clear and you can see what's in there. So if I put colorless blenders in, say, I'm going to know that has my colorless blenders in it, that drawer, at a glance. And you can put a label on it as well. But I didn't get just one, and these are obviously by different sellers because the drawer pulls are just a little different. I got 2 of them because I was able to get one for free, and then I wanted another one, and it came back up on my feed. And so I got it, but they still, it doesn't, they're slightly different. I don't know if you can tell. The drawer pulls are just slightly different, but they still stack. Battery died. All right. Anyways, this is me shaking it back and forth. It does sit on top, and you know, just like it should. And you can get a whole bunch of these and stack them on top of each other. And guess what? I intend to, because you don't have, I mean, I can put washi tape in there. I can put stickers in there. I can put markers, pencils, you name it, paint, whatever, art supplies, journaling supplies, and make a big tower of them. But you know what I will do? You know that clear double-sided tape stuff that they sell, that like that alien tape or whatever? I will actually probably tape these, put a piece of that down so that if the cat, you know, the whole tower falls, not just and not come apart. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'll probably do something that way they don't, because once they do it once, they will deliberately do it over and over and over, because cats, and they do things. So there's that, and I've got to go to an appointment, but I'm going to show you this, and I'll put it together when I come back. Oh, if you've never tried this company's cookies, Crumble, C-R-U-M-B-L, if you have the opportunity to try them, try their chocolate chip cookies, because angels, I'm pretty sure, sing when you first take a bite of that cookie. Maybe you shouldn't try them because they're addictive. They're also like $4 and something, almost $5 for a cookie, at least in my area. It's like, you know, it's very big and very thick, but very good. It takes me like 3 settings to eat one. Okay, that's not what we were here to discuss. I kept the paper off of that because I'm going to turn it into something in my journal, a tag or tuck spot or pocket. All right, so I got another art supply storage thing, and that's in here. And what it is going to be, let me get it out of here. You should see where my cat ate the box. Seeing this all over Charlie Bill. He likes to turn cardboard into confetti or hamster bedding. I think he wants a hamster. Anyway, because he keeps trying to make it a house. This holds like the bottles of acrylic paint, which I have a lot of down here. But where they are, they're not real convenient to get to. The storage thing I have for them is nice, but it's like holds them flat. Like I turn them upside down so, you know, I can see the colors at the bottom, but it has to be on a flat surface, and it takes up like all of the flat surface. So this will turn and just be this big. So there's that, and I will put that up together when I get back from my doctor's appointment. And there's screws. I don't know that they gave me a screwdriver for this. Did they? I wonder. Because they gave me a screwdriver for the other one. Ouch. I hurt myself. Bent my fingernail trying to poke through this plastic. You would think, because it looks like it's made by the same company, but no, the screws, no screwdriver. But guess what? This one fits, so I'll keep it right there, handy. And when I come back, I will put that together, and so it'll be probably an hour and a half for me, and just a couple minutes for you. All right, see you in a minute. All right, so I build it. I have to be very careful because the turntable on the bottom wants to come off, and I glued it, and the glue's got to have time to dry. I glued it with like Gorilla Glue for the screw. I did not read the directions right, and I put the screw in before I put the turntable in, so it kind of like stripped the hole. So I had to use a longer screw. I had to find a longer screw, and I'm hoping that it's going to hold. But anyway, here it is. It's got all those sections, you know, to hold the paint bottles on both sides, and it turns. As you can see, it works. It's sitting on a box, so it's catching on the box. It's not wanting to turn right, but let me put one of those bottles of paint in there, and we will see how they. It's got 2 layers, and then the center part it can't go through because it's got a solid piece. So there's 2 layers with the holes, and then a solid layer, and then 2 with the holes like that. So it's perfect for these like apple barrel paints or whatever, acrylic paints. And of course you can, so you can know the color. I'm going to put mine in this direction because that's the smarter way to do it. And it keeps it from going, you know, in there and falling down. I love it, and I am going to fill this up with paint. It holds 1, 2, I think it holds 54 things of paint. I probably have 54 things of acrylic paint. So yeah, this is going to be really nice. I'm going to sit it next to the one that I made for the markers, which is on the floor underneath everything. Hang on a minute. got all the storage stuff. I gotta clean off. I gotta clean up and organize so it'll fit. So I'm gonna put my markers in this one, and my paints in this one, and I should be, you know, getting organized. And of course, then I have these stackable acrylic ones to put more in, because I need that space for I am a art supply-aholic. So anyways, guys, tell me, what do you think of my order this time? I'm going to get some more of these. Oh, I wanted to tell you, if you get these, the marker one or this one, do not get frustrated trying to get the pieces together and force them. You just kind of got to wiggle and work with it, because this is a really kind of flexible material and you can damage it very easily. What I did when I knew they were lined up, and I put a, like, what do you call this? A tea towel, you know, a kitchen towel over it, and gently tap it with the hammer, so that I didn't, because otherwise you'd, you know, ruin it with the hammer. And don't over tighten the screws. And I suggest you use a longer screw for the turntable base, you know, with the same diameter, because it doesn't go into the plasticky stuff far enough. But it's awesome. It's very sturdy once you have it put together, and it just takes a minute and takes some patience, and but it is amazing, and I'm glad I bought it. And I'm going to get more of these organizer things. I don't know about the paint one, but they have all kinds of organizer things for your art supplies, and I'm going to get this place organized so that I can get to my stuff easier. That's a plan. So tell me what you think, and while you're down there, please give me that big old thumbs up, because you know that really helps my channel. And please subscribe to my channel, and please share my video with others so maybe they might subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to me babble, and I'll see you again in a minute in another video. Bye guys!